What's up, everybody on YouTube? Um, so this is not my regular happy, type of video, whatever the case may be. Looking a little rough right now. The rough day. This video is about to be a real touchy subject. A lot of people might not like what I say. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I just don't give a fuck right now. I don't really give a fuck anymore what people think or say on my videos or in general, because today showed me how really fucked up people really are. And it's really due to experiences in my life, and particularly one experience, type of experience, relationship wise, throughout most of my life. And what people don't understand is I've dealt with fucked up females. You understand? And all of them felt in some way entitled to treat me, a man, a certain type of way, and it's supposed to have no repercussion, that they could just come back and ask for forgiveness for whatever they may or may not have done. And I said it like that because a lot of women deny they've done anything wrong. And then the wrong questions are asked. The questions are raised at the man and say, well, you did wrong to her. And we forget that women are capable of doing wrong as well. I've been to classes for relationship issues, let's just say that, where brainwashing is being pushed to make it seem like women are incapable of abusing men and incapable of treating men like shit. Well, I'm here to tell you that's bullshit. I'm here to tell you women are very much capable of being abusive emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of that. All of that. In every way, shape, and form. And manipulative. I have never once dealt with a female I felt and that was real, wanted me for me, did not have an alternate motive for dealing with me other than what they say. I never felt that. And I never was shown differently. I never had any proof that they were there for anything other than financial gain or some sort of gain. Oh, yeah, I like the PlayStation shirt. Uh, I've never had an experience to show me differently. And today further solidified that. But before I get into the story, I want to explain some of my views on relationships and life in general. Women want equal rights. Women want equal treatment. Women want equal everything as a man. That's fine with me. But when we talk about equal, we have to talk about equal the good and the bad. Don't say you want equality, but you only want equality when it's convenient. Let me ask a question. As a man, if a woman puts their hands on you, if a man puts their hands on you as a man, another man, what would you do? 10 out of 10 of you, or 9 out of 10 of you rather, let's be generous. 9 out of 10 of you would say, I'm going to A, B, C, and D. And each of those answers have to do with some sort of physical violence. Now, let's put what women ask for into perspective. Women want equality. If a woman can walk up to you and put their hands on you, what are you to do? What will you do? Men, I'm going to answer that for you. You're going to say A, B, C, and D. And each one of those answers may be nothing. Walk away. Ignore. Curse her out. But that's not equality. Here's another sign that there's no equality. And that's not really what women are asking for. They're asking to be put on a pedestal. They're asking to be put not on the same level as a man, but above a man. Because if a man calls the police on a female for something she's done to him, whether it be true or a lie, the woman 9 times out of 10 will walk away and get away with it scot-free. Without video proof, without physical evidence, without any form of obvious harm, that woman's getting away with it. But let a woman tell an officer that a man's done something to her, he's leaving in handcuffs. Every time. With or without evidence. Every time. If a man is told to leave the premises of the household and he comes back, he's leaving in handcuffs. If a woman was told by an officer to leave the premises, they come back, they're escorted off the property and told to leave. Oh, but not escorted violently like a man is. They're, oh, you can't do that. Go get some air and calm down. But I'm going to let something be known and understood. My entire life I was taught it's not okay to hit a female. My entire life. And my entire life, I walked through life. My entire life, I lived understanding that. But one day, when I was a kid, my mom told me, because girls used to pick on me because of the fact I wouldn't hit them back. My mom told me, if they're big enough to hit you, they're big enough to get hit back. And I said to myself, nah. But there comes a point where now, after dealing with so much shit, you start to wonder. And you witness women getting killed by men because of whatever reason. And you talk to yourself, and in yourself, and you talk to people around you, say, that motherfucker's a piece of shit. Fuck him. He's a bastard. But then we never ask the question, why? We ask all the wrong questions. Why did he did it? What did that person do to get murdered? We never ask that because we're worried about what people are going to think if we ask that question. We're worried about, is it morally right to ask that question? And I'm here to tell you that I believe it's morally right. It's the fuck morals. It's about intelligence. The intelligent thing to do is ask why the fuck that man killed her. And let me tell you the answer. A lot of times it's because that woman is actually abusive. Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. And that man, because of chivalry and what he's been taught, holds on to that for so long until he fucking snaps. But then that man, when after he snaps and kills her, after all the mental and physical, emotional abuse, he finally breaks and says, I can't do this anymore, and he kills her. Oh, let's not forget, that's actually the last option. That's the last option. We forget that the man has called the police. She's never been arrested. We forget that the man has tried to, if they have children, gain custody of the children after she's done some foul shit to the kids. And he's told them she's abusive. And she is toward the children, not only him. And they did nothing. They want video proof, photo proof. How are you going to get that? Every single time. Nothing's done. But let that female say that you've done something to a child, and your ass is going under the jail. They don't even fucking really do an investigation a lot of the time. That's not equal. But let's continue. That man has left the home. And out of spite, she's called the police and got him locked up to try to escape the problem. He's tried to escape the problem. Now he's going to jail for trying to get away from the abuse. Or he gets into a new relationship, leaves her, he can't do it anymore. And she causes a problem in that relationship out of spite, or makes the child hate him, or uses the child to gain child support. Anything as a motive of revenge, or to continue to hold the fact that he dealt with you and your evil, fucking, shitty, fucking, just unstable way of thinking. Psychotic way of thinking. You have to now punish him for the rest of his life for it. Women, let me ask you, why do you have a child with a man that you don't want to be with? Why do you have a child with a man? What is your purpose for having a child? Is it to punish that man for the rest of his life for dealing with you? Is it financial gain? Is it... what is it? I don't know. What is it? Because a man can't choose to be happy in a relationship or ask for the things that would make him comfortable and happy in a relationship. But a woman is allowed to do so? You know, Albert Einstein, one of the men being accredited with being one of the most brilliant minds to ever walk this earth, he had a quote, and forgive me for not quoting it exactly, but he said something like, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. Now, women, if you see a lonely, bitter, old bitch, and she's giving you advice how to deal with your man, but she doesn't have a man, and no one around her has a man, and she's ratchet and rude and disrespectful and nosy, and she tries to interfere in other people's relationship as if it's an episode of Jerry Springer, why would you now follow her advice? Why, after generations of this same fucking brutal, fucked up, stupid fucking cycle of women listening to miserable, bitter old bitches or miserable, lonely ass single friends or single motherfuckers tells you advice, why would you then go listen? That's insanity. We've never seen a single bitter, lonely person give advice in it about a relationship and it reigns successful. Unless they're telling you, don't do what I did because you'll end up like me. Obviously, that advice is not too good. Obviously, they're interfering in your relationship because they don't have one. They're lonely. They want entertainment. They want to live their fantasies of a soap opera through you. If you accept advice from a single, bitter bitch, as a woman, you deserve to be a lonely, single, bitter bitch. You deserve for no man to ever want to be with you. Women, you hate a man leaving you for a white woman. You hate when a man leaves you and leaves you with children. And we get mad at men for that. Oh, trust me, I hate men for who did that. I hated it because I was a child of that. I was a product of that. But now I have to look at the other side of the coin and say, why? And what did she do? And maybe she listened to that bitter bitch. And that bitter, old, miserable bitch isn't happy with how her relationship turned out in her life and is giving you advice, but she's lonely and single and doesn't have a relationship. Instead of going to find that she's giving you advice and you listen, you're a fool. That's like me listening to a man who can't keep a woman about advice about a woman. Why? I'd have to be fucking stupid to listen to you. If you're so good at this and you know so much, why are you not married right now? Why do you not have a woman? Why are you lonely? Misery loves company, boo boo. Misery loves company. Lonely motherfuckers like to see other lonely motherfuckers. They'll tell you everything you want to hear. Women, if you go to one of your single friends and you complain about your man, they'll tell you everything you want to hear. But I guarantee you they eyeing your man. They see your man taking care of you. They see your man working hard. Okay, he has flaws. He might not cook. You know, he might not, whatever. Every man's different. He might not make a lot of money. But that little bit of money he's making might just be enough for her to look at him. Or for you not to have him. For her to want you not to have him. Right? Ladies, if your single friend is telling you everything you want to hear, trust me, she's agreeing with everything that you tell her, and she's taking your side on everything. She's not doing it because you're her friend. She's not doing it because she cares about you. She's not doing it because she loves you. She's not doing it because she's close to you. She's doing it because she wants to see you lonely. It's a fact. It's a fact. None of y'all motherfuckers have to like what I say. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. Especially because you would notice that if she knew everything she was talking about, she wouldn't be lonely. She wouldn't be alone. And please don't let them tell you they choose to be that way. Nobody chooses to be alone. God created us to have a partner. Otherwise, there wouldn't be man and women. Understand? So now, she's telling you this because she doesn't have to be looking at your dude, but she doesn't want you to have him. She doesn't have to want him. She doesn't want you to have him. She wants you to be just like her. Yeah, leave him, girl. Oh yeah, that motherfucker, the way he leaves the toilet seat up, that piece of shit. Oh yeah, and I'm just saying, whatever you come to her with and she agrees with it, she takes your side, holds you down. Oh girl, we got you. Same thing with men, but I just have to speak on how women want equal rights, but don't want the bad that comes with it. Women don't want to hear you talking about, whatever men talk about with other men, but they want to be equal to a man. Men talk about vulgar shit when they're around each other. Men curse and get rowdy and loud. Men talk about all type of shit. If you're not comfortable hearing what men talk about, don't ask for equality. Don't stand in the vicinity of a man when he's talking. Don't get upset when a man is talking about shit that you're not comfortable hearing because you want equality. And if you get equality, then a man should be able to talk about whatever the fuck he talks about around other men around you. That's just on the lower end. But if you want equality, then if you punch a man, then you should be able to get your shit punched in too. If you run your mouth toward a man, and men normally will fight another man for just getting disrespectful, then a man should be able to whoop your ass the same way he would whoop another man's ass for talking shit. If you want equality, then a man should be able to fart shit and do what all that other shit, leave the seat up, all that, without you bitching and complaining. Because just as much as women have to deal with a lot, so do men. If women want equality, then men should be able to gold dig and use women the same way women use men, and gold dig and all that other shit. Women don't want equality. And what I say to you women is ask for what you really want. Ask for what you really mean. Don't say what sounds good. Like, oh, we want equality. No, say we want special treatment. We want to be above a man. We want everything that a man could get, all the benefits of being a man, without the repercussions, without the negative. And that leads me to another situation. And this is not me saying I did anything, because I didn't. This is just me talking on experiences, not just of my own, but that I've seen myself. And that in some way relate to my experiences, whether exact or inexact. But I have a question. And it does go back to women want equality. Should I continue to deal with a woman who talks shit about me, bad mouths me around other people in front of our children, and be okay with it? Should I forgive and let it go? Should I move on from it, pretend it never happened? If a child or more than one child or whatever, and this is, when I say I mean in general, this is a question for men to ask themselves. If a woman and their family and their friends talk shit about me in front of those children and turn me into a monster, or paint a picture of me being a demon in front of those children, and those children don't respect me because of that, because they've been brainwashed to think a certain type of way, and I've been taking care of them more than anybody, more than any of those friends, family members. Nobody else has done anything else for them but me. Should I still continue to do that, or should I say, those aren't my children? They don't respect me. I'm not doing anything anymore. Would I be wrong? And I bet you a lot of women are going to say, yeah, I'm wrong. That's fine. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know why? Because men like me who've dealt with that, or who are dealing with that, are tired. And women, if you're saying there's no good men left, I'm tired of these horrible men. You made these horrible men. You made your bed. Lay in it. You made these horrible men. The previous generation made horrible men. You're the reason. You single mothers raised these men. You single mothers made the fathers leave, a lot of you. And now the child has to deal with the sins of that parent, and then the cycle never ends. Women, appreciate when you find a man who's trying to break that cycle. Stop listening to these bitter, single, old bitches who have nobody and won't find nobody because they're living their life through you. Family members, aunts, mothers, cousins, sisters, brothers, neighbors, random bitches. Stop listening to these single people. Because how are they going to give you relationship advice if they're still fucking single? Again, a wise man, one of the greatest minds that ever walked this earth, Albert Einstein, said the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Women, black women in particular, you will never be happy. You'll never break the cycle of fatherless children if you keep doing the same thing. Women, this cycle of thinking you can do something to a man and keep getting away with it is going to end badly. One day, a man's going to get tired and he's going to react. I feel like a lot of these women, and I'm not being insensitive, but I'm asking the questions that nobody else would ask, that people are afraid to ask. Because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been a child witness in this. Women, I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of you ask why men keep killing these women out here, or keep leaving these women single, or keep cheating on these women. It's because of what's going on at home. We don't know. People, stop hating these men. Ask the right questions. What is going on behind those closed doors to make this man stray? Is she cheating? Is she lying? Is she not keeping the house clean? She's not taking care of the kids? Is she annoying? She's nagging? Is he working a fucking job 50, 60 fucking hours a week, killing himself to be the only one paying bills, and this bitch is reaping the benefits and not doing anything around the house? Is she constantly accusing him of cheating? Is she involving other people in their business? Is she chit-chatting and talking shit about him behind his back to other people? And now we wonder why men choose not to get with women who already have children and don't want to raise those children. Now we wonder why a lot of these women are miserable, bitter, old bitches after being miserable, single, young bitches. And this is no shade to nobody. This is me expressing myself and telling the truth. Don't ask for equality if you can't take it. Don't ask for the good, because with good comes bad. There's no good without evil. You do something wrong happens to you. Point blank period. There's karma. Stop trying to finesse these men out of their money and expecting a man not to be like, whoa, hold up, bitch. Why you keep playing with my money? Stop using these men and expect them not to eventually figure it out. Only a dumb motherfucker or a naive motherfucker or a motherfucker who's just so in love with the pussy that they never figure it out or they just never say anything. But I'm not one of those niggas. The pussy is never that good for me. Never. I don't care how much I say I love you. It's not the pussy that made me love you, shorty. Sorry. I've never been one of those niggas that fall in love with pussy. And I know I said a lot of fucked up things. Sorry, YouTube, about, the cursing. But I'm just too real. I don't care anymore. I don't care about people's opinion. You know how many people hate me today and they believe a certain type of thing about me? They put a certain type of picture and image about me and none of it's fucking true. Certain people think I'm a fucked up, terrible individual. Oh yeah. I was at one time in my life. I was horrible. Oh yeah. A nigga could step on my shoes and not, a nigga could say something disrespectful to me and what's understood don't gotta be explained. But I had a child, my first child, and I tried to change that. I tried to be someone else. But certain people who are not content with change, certain people who don't want to make change, who don't want to be better, will do anything to destroy you and drag you down with them. Ladies, sometimes you have to stop letting other people live through you. Men, if you're going through shit at home, don't kill that bitch. Don't beat her ass. No. Don't do that. Live for you. Be selfish. It's good to be that nigga who's a piece of shit. It's good to be that nigga that everybody thinks is a piece of shit and leave. Leave. Because I thought it was horrible. I didn't understand it before. As a kid who had a dad who said fuck this shit and bounced, I don't know what my mom did. I can't say my mom was a piece of shit. I wasn't old enough to understand or know. But as an adult now, I have to say reasonably, responsibly, and intelligently, I have to say my mom might have done something. There was something that old man didn't like that may have played a small part in him leaving. He wasn't just an irresponsible piece of shit. Granted, yes, he was, because he couldn't be man enough to be there long enough for me to say at least he made an effort. But here I am as a living testament that there are men who try and there's men who get tired. Women, stop using children as a fucking pawn to get what you want. Women, stop using custody of a child. Stop doing that to fucking make a man stay or to fucking punish that man because he can't deal with your psycho fucking behavior. Stop. Getting child support is not helping that child because you're not spending on that child. And money isn't enough. Hey, baby. Shh. Go back to sleep. I'm here. Want your cup? No problem. I'll get it in 1 second. Money doesn't raise a child. That money is not going to replace the emotional damage that you caused on that child when you remove that child's father. But like I said, there was a wise man that's accredited with being one of the most brilliant minds that ever walked the earth. Albert Einstein had a quote, and he said, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. With that being said, I'm not going to allow anyone to make me believe that I should have to deal with certain things as a man. And women should have certain rights to other things as women when they want equality. I'm going to live for me. And if it's called selfish, so be it. I'm a selfish motherfucker because I don't care anymore. And with that being said, peace.